Ladies and gentlemen, this is New Samurai, where I mute myself during the match and then analyze the replay immediately after. So I'll be focused, I'll try my best, I'll try to oversteer scout, and then afterward explain why I won or why I lost. We continue.
충분치 않음. 광물 부족함. 광물 더 필요함. 광물 충분치 않음. 광물 부족함. 광물 충분치 않음. 광물 더 필요함. 광물 충분치 않음. 새로운 여왕 준비됨. 광물 부족. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 광물 더 필요함. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 대군주 부족함. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 광물 부족함. 광물 더 여왕 생성. 광물 충분치 않음. 광물 더 필요함. 에너지 부족함. 에너지 광물 더 필요함. 광물 부족함. 광물 더 필요함. 부족함. 군단병 에너지 공격 충분치 않음. 광물 부족함. 광물 충분치 않음. 광물 부족함. 에너지 부족함. 베스핀 가스 더 있어야 함. 군단 병력이 공격받고 베스핀 가스 부족함. 추가 베스핀 가스 필요함. 광물 더 필요함. 대군주 더 필요함. 에너지 광물 충분치 않음. 군단이 진화했음. 대군주 부족함. 에너지 충분치 않. 베스핀 가스 변이 완료. 에너지 부족함. 베스핀 가스 에너지 충분치 않음. 에너지 부족함. 광물 더 필요함. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 광물 충분치 않음. 광맥 소진. 베스핀 가스 부족함. 베스핀 가스 더. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 베스핀 가스 부족함. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 추가 베스핀 가스 필요함. 광맥 고갈. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있어. 물질에 말라버립니다. 에너지 충분치 않음. 베스핀 가스 더 있어야 함. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 베스핀 가스 광맥 고갈된다. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 베스핀 가스 필요함. 에너지 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 에너지 충분치 않음. 일벌레가 공격받고 있음. 유전 군락지가 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 부족함. 새로운 여왕 준비됨. 광물 더 필요함. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 광물 부족함. 베스핀 가스 더 있어야 함. 광물 충분치 않음. 더 필요함. 일벌레가 공격받고 있음. 광물 충분치 않음. 광물 부족함. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군락지가 직접 충분치 않음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 에너지 부족함. 에너지 충분치 않음. 적이 일벌레 공격 중. 군단 병력이 공격하고 있음. 더 필요함. 새로운 여왕 준비됨. 광물 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 더 필요함. 광물 군단 병력이 공격. 에너지 부족. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 광물 충분치 않음. 부족함. 적이 일벌레 공격 중. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 광물 부족함. 에너지 광맥 소지. 일벌레가 공격받고 있음. 에너지 부족함. 에너지 충분치. 여왕 생성 성공. 광물 부족함. 광물 충분치 않음. 변이 완료. 광물지대. 광물 더 필요함. 광물 부족함. 군단 병력이 공격하고 있어. 오가됨. 광물 충분치 않음. 군단 병 광물 공격 더 있음. 광맥 오가됨. 적이 일벌레 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
Why did I win? Why did I lose? Welcome to New Samurai, where we're going over all the replays after the match. Who here thought we were dead? Raise your hand. I thought I was maybe dead, but we'll find out why I didn't die and why did I win. Our opponent played a very fancy pants roach drop style. Let's see. Let's see what happened here. What happened here? Taking it from the top. All right. Hatchcast pool. This is a big map, so I feel pretty safe to do so. It's a Zerg versus Zerg. Bob bob. Hatch gas pool. Talking samurai. Half and half. Half and half. No talk during game. During replay, talk. See that? Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. We're getting some drones into that extractor. Getting them in there. So far, everything's normal. I saw one overlord, didn't see the second overlord, kinda sus. Jumping around the camera locations. Trying to stay hot, stay fresh, stay warmed up, ready to go. Okay, first overlord gets there, and we see base isn't done, it's pool first. But it's almost done, so it's not an early pool. It's just like a 17 or 16 pool. I made 3 pairs of lings. I'll be honest, I made the 6 lings just because I wanted to pressure their third. But they went for a pool first, so it doubled as a nice defense for this. Taking my third base, I see a queen there. Ling's just running around thinking about some moves. Okay, there's a tumor in the wall, which is basically saying that they're making more than 2 queens. So it's probably not a Ling Bane all in. I go in for a scout, I see a lair. It's gonna be probably 2 base roach. Maybe Muta, but usually roach. Lings are running around. I have those lings on a separate hotkey from my main Ling group. I did make 16 lings, but they absolutely built a great wall. I'll just show you here. Evo, Evo, Roach, Evo. This is a super sturdy wall. Credit to my opponent. I'm not going to be able to get in here. There are queens in reserve. There's even an Evo behind this queen, and this queen almost has enough to transfuse this one. You're not getting in there. So in this match, I did make a Bane nest, but I didn't do anything with the Banes, just because there's no work to be done whenever they make so many buildings in the wall. The plus side is all these buildings, they could have been mining drones. So my opponent does have some downside here in that they are sacrificing any timely third base. You're doing a 2 base build here. Eventually they'll get a third, but it won't be for a long time. So I'm going to take a lair and a roach horn and an Evo, and I'm going to drone. So I'm a little bit behind in drones right now because I spent larva into lings, but I'm going to be ahead in what many consider to be the most important criteria in ZVZ, which is being ahead in larva. I'm ahead in larva because I have 3 bases injected. That is big business. Okay, I'm just droning right now. And my goal was to get about 50 drones and then start making roaches. If I make any more than 50 drones against a 2 base roach all in, instantly dead. So I cannot drone to 60, 66, 70, 80, any of those cool drone counts. I will die to these roaches. So here I just hid my lings off to the side, just waiting for the roach army to pass by. And then I'm gonna go put pressure on that third. And I'm just gonna let my roaches chill at home. I have high ground, I have defender's advantage. Even though I don't have roach speed and +1, my roaches are doing okay. Cool. Cool. We got to cancel on that third, which basically means my opponent is going to be on 2 base roach for a very long time. But because their roach count is 26 and I have 36, I can't really just go end the game. Maybe I could attack right now. Nah, they have 30 roaches and 3 ravagers and defender's advantage. These situations are kind of a test of patience. If you're the 3 base player against the 2 base player, it can be very tempting to look at your roach army and be like, I've got a lot of roaches. Let's go attack. And when you do that, you play into their defender's advantage and also to their all-in of only having 40 workers and massing roaches. So this attack from me here didn't really end up being good at all. This is not an efficient trade. They got really quick upgrades because they made 19 Evo chambers at the start. So they have +2/+1 and I have +1. So they have a huge upgrade lead and they have defender's advantage right now because I'm on their side of the map. So this move out from me was just not really a good play. This Overseer Scout was good, so I did technically win in terms of my practice emphasis. My practice emphasis today is to Overseer Scout every game, and we did get a Scout in. Things that this can tell you is like, maybe they have a Spire, maybe they're trying to go for Hive or Lurkers. If they're trying to do those things, then this attack would be good because they wouldn't have as much Roach Ravager, they would be getting more tech. But this playstyle from our opponent is Roach Ravager only with drops. They don't have any other tech. All their gas is going into Roach related stuff. So in this case, I did go for a move out. I didn't lose my whole army here, but I would count it as a mistake because I went for an attack without substantial enough of an edge in army. And a big part of that is just because my opponent refused to drone. So because there are no workers here, their production has just been roaches for like the past 5 minutes. And that's cool. That's cool. But that basically means I should just try to hit 200 supply with roaches at home and get better upgrades for them. So this fight was like, it was like meh. Kind of even. Triple Overlord in the main. They're killing a bunch of my stuff. They're killing this stuff. And when you're in this position, it can feel kind of bad because it's like, oh my gosh, my opponent is attacking at all of my bases. But there is a downside to that, and that is they have no eco at the third. So they have to get damage to catch up. They're behind as fuck in terms of income. Income tab right now, we are screaming far ahead in minerals and gas. 57 to 43, you can take some drone losses, and you're still ahead. The main category here where I'm really behind is upgrades. I have my +2, but I don't have armor. And the +1 armor is pretty good, just over the course of these longer roach fights. So here we're losing queens, we're losing some drones. I can almost hear people in the chat asking if I should build a spore. Maybe. The downside of building a spore is you also kill a drone to do so. So that would knock me down to like 45 harvesters if I made one spore per base, which would remove the advantage that I have here. But I do still have a larva advantage, weird as that may sound. Because they have 2 bases injected here. I have 4 bases. Nice, we got a Overlord with some roaches in it. So these situations are pretty chaotic, but just embrace the chaos, keep making units. I'm pretty much just holding down the roach button this whole time, because I know that I was ahead in drones for a while, and my opponent is really trying to catch up. And weirdly enough, we stabilized. And they're going to have basically a really dry period in terms of their income whenever they have to transfer their workers. So it's happening right now, actually. At this point in the game, the main base is basically mining out. There's like 700, 900, basically like 1,200 minerals left here. But then after that, this base is going to have nothing left, and it's going to be only this base. So during this period, these drones are just traveling. They're not making money. They're just moving from base 1 to base 3. Meanwhile, my workers are all working happily. I have more hatches, so my stuff can mine more efficiently. My opponent was very generous to kill some of the drones in the main, so I didn't have to transfer them. Thanks, opponent. I was going to have to transfer those to my 3rd or 4th, but because you killed them, I could just drone the 4th. So I chose not to drone after all of this harass, just because I felt like they traded out a bunch of army, and if they droned, then I may be able to take a good fight. And just because I had better larvae over the course of the game, I ended up with a pretty strong army here. I have 39 roaches and 10 ravagers against 31 roaches and 5 ravagers. Yeah, my opponent has +2/+1, but I do now too. So with my ravager lead here, I'm able to apply lots of pressure and just kind of punch in. So definitely a scrappy game. I made a few mistakes here of attacking with roaches when I didn't really have a good edge. I did have a few more roaches, but because they had +2/+1, it wasn't really good. But ultimately, because we had that larva lead, I was able to outproduce with roaches and recover my infrastructure with rebuilding queens and getting drones and stuff. So this was a reasonable ZVZ.